Dear students, welcome you all for the 10th session of the chapter 1 of Direct Tax 2, that is income from house property. In this session, we are going to discuss in detail another illustration on house property, illustration number 4. So my presentation on this session will be on illustration 4 on house property, and this illustration is a 16-month long illustration. Okay, then let me directly go to the illustration. Compute income from house property from the following information. So here there are four houses are given: house 1, house 2, house 3 and house 4. So various values are given: municipal value, fair rental value, standard rent, monthly rent also given. Then vacancy. Here see, monthly rent is not there for the house second, that means it is a self-occupied house. So vacancy period also given 3 months, 1 month, 1 month. Repairs also given. Then municipal taxes paid is given. Due, or due means outstanding, which is not paid. Then in respect of house 1, an unrealized rent of 5,000 was recovered during the year related to 2016-17. So with respect of this house, unrealized rent is recovered, so we have to add back to the income. Then house 2 was self-occupied, so it was clear there is no monthly rent. Then SSC had borrowed on 1/8/2014 2,50,000 at 12% per annum for the construction of the house. So yes, borrowed, date of borrowing is 1/8/2014. The total amount of loan is 2,50,000. Percentage is 12% for the construction, so it is allowed. Then which was completed on 31st 10/2016. So construction was completed on 31st 10. So what we have to take? We have to take from date of borrowing to date of repayment. Complete repayment was not happened, so date of completion of the house. So that is, so while referring the date of completion of construction, we have to take the previous year's 31st March. So 31st March 2016 we have to take. Till then we have to calculate the interest. Then for the previous year, outstanding amount of loan is 1,50,000, so we have to calculate the interest. Then in respect of house 4, 1 month rent was unrealized. The claim was genuine and satisfied the condition. So house 4, there is an unrealized rent, so that we have to deduct. Now let us work out this problem. Okay, let us prepare or let us calculate the gross annual value together. Then we will separate the houses, or we will have a separate calculation. Okay, so I have already drawn the columns, particulars, house 1, house 2, house 3, house 4. So here municipal rental valuation and fair rental valuation. So we have to compare two values. If it is given in the problem, let us write. So municipal value is given to all the houses. So 80,000. Then next house, it is 75,000. Then next house it is, so this house is self-occupied, so no need to write, it's a self-occupied property, so no need to write. Then, so in fact it is not required also, this column. Let us delete this column. Okay, then house 3, 92,000. Then house 4, again 92,000. Then let us compare the fair rental value. Let us write down 88,000, 81,000, sorry, 81,000, then 90,000. So here it is 88,000. So don't confuse, this is house related to house 3. Then so notional rent is whichever is higher. So which is higher? Write down here 88,000. Then higher in this is 92,000. Higher in this is 92,000. Then compare with the standard rent again. So what is the standard rent? Write down 82,000. Then for this house it is 91,000. So now standard rent is written. Now compare with the notional rent, and whichever is less you have to write down here. That will be the expected rent. Then here 91,000. Then here it is 88,000. So now we have to go to the actual rent. So actual rent, it is given in the problem. So what is the actual rent for the first house? We'll write down. So what is the meaning of actual rent? Actual rent means annual rent minus unrealized rent minus cost of common facilities. Now let us go to the problem and see what is the monthly rent. For this house it is 9,000. So for this month, third house it is 7,000. But there is a unrealized rent. See, in respect of fourth house there is a unrealized rent. So 1 month is vacancy plus 1 month is unrealized. Okay, so that we have to deduct. Okay, we will deduct that. So first we will write for the first house 9,000 into 12. 9,000 into 12. Then for the third house it is 7,000 into 12. Then for the fourth house it is again 7,000 into 12. So write down. So it is 9,000 into 12. How much? Calculate. So it is 1,08,000. Then for 7,000 into 12. So it is 84,000. For this 84,000. So this is the annual rent. So minus any unrealized rents. For this house there is no unrealized rent. For third house also there is no unrealized rent. But fourth house there is a unrealized rent. So that is 1 month. So minus 7,000. So we will get the total actual rent. So here it is 1,08,000. Here it is 84,000. Here it is 84,000 minus 7,000, 77,000. Now let us write down the expected rent and actual rent, whichever is higher. So which is higher we have to write down here. So 82,000 or 1,08,000. So 1,08,000 is higher. Then 84,000 or 91,000. 91,000 is higher. Then 88,000 or 77,000. So 88,000 is higher. Then let's deduct the vacancy period. So for the first house, let's go to the problem. So for the first house, the vacancy period is 3 months. Then 1 month, 1 month. For other houses, 1 month, 1 month. So here vacancy period you have to deduct. So how to deduct vacancy? So 9,000 is the actual rent. Here vacancy period is 3 months. So 9,000 into 3. Okay. Bracket 9,000 into 3. Then for third house it is 7,000 into 1. For 4,000 it is 7,000 into again 1. Let us deduct the amount. 9,000 into 3. So it is 27,000. 27,000. Then for this house it is 1 month 7,000. Then again for this month it is 1,000, again 7,000. Okay, so we have done with the vacancy period. Now what we have to do is we have to deduct this amount. So gross annual value 1,08,000 minus 27,000. How much is the value? You can write down here. So minus it. So it is 81,000. Right, for this 91,000 minus 7,000. So how much is the gross annual value? Write it. So it is 84,000. Then 88,000 minus 7,000, it is 81,000. So we have arrived at gross annual value 81,000, 84,000 and 81,000. So let's go to the calculation one by one. I have already written here. House 1 is let out property. So gross annual value is 81,000. Let us write down here 81,000. Then less municipal tax. Let us write down the municipal tax. So to see municipal tax, how much you have to go to here. The problem, it is 3,000. 3,000. So write down 3,000. So you'll get the net annual value, it is 78,000. Then from net annual value, deduct the deduction, that is 30% on 78,000. So how much is 30% on 78,000? Write it here. That is 23,400. Okay, 33,400. Then is there any interest on loan? If there is any interest on loan, we have to deduct it. I think there is no interest on loan for this house. So no interest. Okay. So therefore, income from house property, that is let out property, income from let out property is 78,000 minus 23,400. So it is 54,600. 54,600 is the, so you can write this amount outer column, sorry, you can write down this amount outer column. Okay, now let us go to the next house, that is self-occupied property. So anyways, always self-occupied properties NAV is nil. If there is any deduction on interest loan, we have to give. I think there is no interest on loan here, so nothing mentioned about interest on loan. So loan was borrowed. Yes, there is a loan. House 2 was self-occupied. The assessor had borrowed on 184 for the construction of house 2, which was completed on. So there is a loan here, so we have to deduct the loan. Okay, so let's calculate how much is the housing loan. So in a deduction of housing loan, there are two interest. One is interest on for previous year, then B, pre-construction period interest. Okay, so interest on previous year outstanding loan is how much? You can go to the problem and we can see what is the loan outstanding. So the assessor had borrowed on 1/8/2014 2,50,000 at 12% per annum for the construction of the house 2. So this is the self-occupied house property. For that house, he has taken the loan, which was completed on 31st/10/2016. As on 1/4/2018, 1,50,000 was outstanding. So outstanding amount is 1,50,000. So directly you can calculate here 1,50,000 into 12%. How much it will become? It is 18,000. See, for self-occupied property, only interest can be deducted. So 12%. Now what you can do is, next go to the problem once again. So now pre-construction period means what? Before completion of construction, if the loan was taken, then there is a deduction. okay, reduction, it should be divided into 5 equal annual installments. So now, of course, the construction was completed on 31st 10 2016. So before that he has taken the loan, that is on 1/8 2014. So now we have to calculate the period of the loan. So it will definitely begin from the date of borrowing, that is 1/8 2014, to either to the date of repayment. So there is no repayment was not completed, so there is no question of repayment, or 31st March of the previous year of the completion of the house. So house was completed on 31st 10 2016. So 31st March of this previous year is 1617, right? 1617. 31st March of the preceding previous year. So here preceding previous year is 1516. So March will come in the next month, that is in the March month 31st. So 31st March 2016. So let us write down. So once again I'll explain. So pre-construction period interest begins from the date of borrowing, that is 1/8 2014, to either the date of repayment, complete repayment. So there is no repayment happened, so there is no question of repayment date. Then or 31st March of the preceding year of the completion of the construction. The 31st March of the preceding year of the construction year is 1617, preceding year is 1516. So 1516 of the 1516's 31st March comes in 31st March 2016. So from 1/8 2014 to 31st March 2016. Okay, still that date we have to calculate the interest, then we have to divide it by 5. So let us calculate now. That is 1/4/2014 to 31st March 2016. How many dates or how many months we can calculate? So it is, sorry, not 1/4. What is the date of borrowing? 1/8. Okay, sorry, 1/8. 1/8. So 1/8 to 31st March 2015. How many? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3. So 8 months for first year and another full year for next year. So what we can do is we can calculate like this. So let us write down. So 2,50,000 into, how much is the percentage? 12% into, for how many months? So 1/8 2014 to 31st March 2015, it is 8 months. Then full year. So 8 plus 12. How many years? It becomes 8 plus 12, 20 months. So divided by 1 year. How many months? So you have to divide by 12 months. Okay. So how much amount you will get? Calculate. It is 50,000. This 50,000 should be divided by 5 equal annual installments. So you will get how much? 50,000 divided by 5 is 10,000. So total interest is 18,000 plus 10,000. So it is equal to how much? So income from self-occupied property is 28,000. So it is a minus figure because there is no value here. Write it in the bracket. So this amount I am going to write outside the column, so that while calculating the total you can easily calculate it. Okay, so self-occupied property is over. Now third house is, again go back to the problem and we can see what is the third house there. Okay, we have already calculated. So third house is also a let out property. So write down the amount. What is the value of the let out property there? Third house, just see, it is 91,000. If you want, you can check. So it is 91,000. Gross annual value is, sorry, 84,000. 84,000. Then less municipal tax. What is the municipal tax there? So municipal tax is not paid, it is due. So no municipal tax is reduced. So net annual value is 84,000. So net annual value is 84,000. Then deduction 30% on 84,000. So how much is the deduction? It is 25,200. Then if there is any interest on loan, so no interest on loan, deduct the amount from 84,000 and write down here. So it is 58,800. Then so this is income from let out property. Now let's go to the fourth house. So gross annual value of the fourth house is, just go back to the problem and see, it is 81,000. So write 81,000 here. Then what is the municipal taxes? Again, there is no municipal tax because it is due. So net annual value is 81,000. Then less deduction under section 24. So first standard deduction on 81,000. So how much is the standard deduction? Just calculate. So it is 24,300. Any interest on housing loan? There is no interest on housing loan. So it is just, so calculate how much is the income from fourth house is minus it, you will get the value. So it is 56,700 is income from fourth house. Now let us calculate the total income from house. So the total income from house property 56,700 plus 58,800 plus 54,600 minus 28,000. So let us calculate. So total income from house property is 1,42,100. 1,42,100. So that's all from this video. Thank you for watching this video.